May never be able to swallow dinner or drinks ever again. Well, it's a scenario many of us don't even think about, but for one Little Rock man, it was a nightmare that became reality.
Spence Churchill was diagnosed with a rare form of thyroid cancer and was placed on a feeding tube. He always hoped it would be taken out, and today he sits in that same doctor's office with a smile on his face. Jessica Rank is joining us live from UAMS tonight, and Jessica, he certainly got his wish.
Yeah, Laura and Bob, it's certainly a heartwarming story here. If we want to push back to a couple years ago, Churchill says his life was flipped upside down when he got that diagnosis of a very rare thyroid cancer. But today he is crediting UAMS doctors for helping him get his spark back.
Swallow for me.
With 2 feet on the floor, Spence Churchill sits in a familiar chair.
Everything feels good.
It started after I had polio.
For nearly 8 decades, the 82-year-old has had trouble swallowing food.
I could manage it well, so I never thought too much about it until about 3 years ago.
Doctors at UAMS found a mass on his left thyroid. It turned out to be cancer.
They say it was maybe a little smaller than a baseball.
Churchill had surgery to remove the mass, which was successful.
But when I finished, I still couldn't swallow very well.
They evaluated him and said he had a paralyzed vocal cord, which I think he had had all along.
Churchill was put on a feeding tube, changing the course of what once seemed normal.
I won't say that I got used to it. I won't say that I liked it, but I knew it was necessary.
Churchill says he used the tube for 6 months. He was told he may never swallow again, and then a glimmer of hope.
I said, well, I think I could reevaluate you and maybe able to help you.
Dr. James' son led the second surgery on Churchill, injecting Botox into his throat to calm the muscle and hopefully regain his ability to swallow.
I was ready to do it.
The surgery was successful.
For him to be able to get that back, I think changed his whole life.
Churchill still has to eat slower than normal, but says it's a small price to pay.
That little bit of sacrifice versus being able to eat, well worth it.
Definitely well worth it, and you could tell today when I sat down and interviewed him. Now, Churchill will have to come back to UAMS for those regular checkups just to make sure that that mass does not return. But right now, he is feeling very happy and very healthy. Reporting live outside of UAMS, I'm Jessica Rank for KARK 4 News.